beautiful Capricorns, and welcome to this, your Tic Tac Tarot reading for the month of September. And this is the week that really just winds up the month of September. So it's a bonus tarot reading, and it could be about anything, so it's general. But we do have a way to lay the cards down. So the first row here that you see are your ideas, and it speaks to the situation that you're currently in. This next row are your emotions, and then your last row, so your emotional health, and then your emotional state, right? And then the last column, or rather row, sorry, are your manifestations / actions. So now we are looking at, this is Tic Tac Tarot. So we're looking for X's and O's. So cards in the upright position are O's, hugs. We'll call them hugs. And then cards in the reverse position are X's, or kisses. We'll call them kisses. All right, so, and then also this is your past, your present, and your future. So 3 different columns. So let's just look first at, you have the Hermit, Major Arcana. So you have the Strength card, you have the Fool, and you have the Hermit. And then also, let's look at some players. Players meaning not real players in the in that way, but like who is in your life right now. And you've got the King of Swords, the Princess of Swords, and the Prince of Swords. So a lot of thinking going on here. And then as well, you have 1 wand and 2 cups. So yeah, 9 of wands, 2 cups, 3 swords. So the order would be then thoughts, ideas, emotion, love, and then passion and purpose. That's kind of, that sums up Capricorn for you. Very rational, clear thinking, and right behind that is a lot of love, and passion and purpose is driving that as well. So it's kind of like peeling an onion, really. But what most people get on the outside is that very rational and like thoughtful, clear-headed individual. Seeker, a true seeker. So, all right, in your most recent past, in your situation, and ideas, thoughts that are on your mind, you have been trying to, or been contemplating taking a leap of faith, thinking about starting over, new beginning, just walking right off the cliff. Okay, not quite like that. But definitely taking a leap of faith and trusting in the universe that it will catch you, because you are interested in a brand new beginning. And this is like new, like leaving all the baggage behind and moving forward and straightforward and on with a fresh slate, clean slate. And you're taking the essentials with you. You're unafraid. In fact, you feel like the universe has your back, and you are in full on, gratitude and happiness about that. And that is something that can shield you and protect you from harm. So that is kind of where you are at in your most recent energy. or in your most recent past. So you also have currently are the Princess of Swords energy, and this is you really thinking clearly, more rationally, and this is helping you to transform um, who you are and to move forward um, in a very, rational manner. Um, and you're not fettered by drama or emotion or um, anything like that. You are just trying to be very open-minded and humble and thoughtful and interacting with your world from a more innocent kind of perspective, right? You're it's like you're trying to look at things with a beginner mind again, with that usefulness that that, I mean, kids, for example, like kids do. Just trying to look at the world again through um, without all the filters, right? Without all the jaded thoughts that you've had. You're just trying to be young, fresh, fun, yourself, and move forward with some clarity. Now, in your future, you have the Prince of Swords, and this Prince of Swords in the reverse is not such a great character to encounter. I don't feel like this is your energy. I feel like this is perhaps someone who's moving towards you or coming towards you in your future. And they are not so rational. They are very, or maybe overly like a very opinionated person is a good example. This is someone who uses what they know against other people, which is not very nice, and that about sums it up. This is someone who's not very nice and can be hurtful with their ideas and thoughts and statements and the way that they speak to you. So just a heads up. I'm feeling like that someone could be moving towards you that could be harmful in that way, and not it's not somebody that you need or have to have in your life. It's just someone who could be coming towards you at this point. That could be the situation that you might encounter this person. All right, in terms of your emotion, you really felt a deep love and connection with somebody. This is in your most recent past, and I'm getting the feeling that this is, kind of at the base of it's like your emotional foundation. This person you felt very safe with, if it was just the two of you, there is this sharing of this equal, equal sharing, and just a beautiful reciprocal relationship where you feel they're equal, and you feel that they're your equal, and so it's a great partnership, this love that you have felt for this other person. This is like my favorite card in this deck, really. It's like Sun and Moon Tarot. This is like, you feel it's like Game of Thrones. You are my sun, and you're my moon and stars. Sun, moon, and stars. I can't remember what Daenerys said to what is his name? No, I can't. I can't remember his name. I think it was her, oh my gosh, I can't remember. But, uh, it's not Drogon. Is it Drogon? Okay, maybe someone who knows Game of Thrones better than me can tell me. But it's been a long time since I read the books. Anyway, so yeah, this is just a beautiful card. Just reflects on how, without knowing it, two people can just be so in love, without being able to explain why or know why. They just are. It's like, you know, it instead of the explanation, it just is, right? It's the being of it. It's not the words, the story, the explanation, the how. It just is. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful. That is in your most recent past in terms of your your emotional world. Your current energy is King of Swords. So, this could be you, or it could be this person that you are in love with, okay? I'm getting, it could be both, and the reason why is because if you notice that these two are mirroring one another, right? And not only are they, like mirroring one another, but like they're being mirrored also. So it could be you and this person sharing this energy of the King of Swords. Now, King of Swords is a very loving individual, cares deeply about his loyal subjects. So, you have that in common with this person. But they can tend to feel a little bit cold on the outside, which Capricorns suffer from this misconception all the time, that we don't have any feelings or emotions because of our rational and logical and very just the facts, ma'am presentation, very businesslike, and yeah, unfortunately that's not the case. So, this person is very wise. They have a lot of clarity, and that's how they move forward, is with in a very thoughtful way. And they use the combination of their knowledge that they have gained over time, as well as their experience of life, to they combine those things into wisdom that they then use to propel themselves forward in life, and it helps them to be successful. So this person is, like I said, it could be you or it could be the other person, but that's the energy that you're both currently in emotionally, that you're moving forward in a very rational, wise, and thoughtful way. Now in your future, you have the Strength card, and this is you using this very gentle touch, I was going to say to subdue the beast, to tame the beast. But it's not really about taming anything. It's just about being able to appreciate, something for what it is. And that in doing that, it causes this beautiful transformation, where, you're able to be one another's strength, is what I'm picking up here. And be companions to one another in a time when things might seem dark and things aren't very clear as to the direction that things should go in. So, like I said, on the one hand, just know on the one hand, in your future, you have someone coming towards you who is just very naive and hurtful when it comes to how they proceed, and the things that they say, and the thoughts that they have. But on the other hand, you have you who has this King of Swords energy, right? This is the Prince of Swords in the reverse, and this is the King of Swords in the upright. So very wise. And this is also, like I said, that person that from your most recent past who's a very loving individual. But in your future, you will need to use a gentle persuasion is what strength is. Strength is not an aggressive and overbearing, it's not using the muscle unless you're talking about your brains to overcome a situation. But it's not even that. It's, strength of heart. It's like the lion heart, you're very brave, yes, but it's that gentleness and that kindness and that love that really wins over in the end, because that comes from within and it resonates with whatever beast it is that needs to be tamed. But it's like I said, it's not even about taming. It's just about finding a way to appreciate one another. So, all right. In your most recent past, you have come out of hermit mode. And I think that you have been, hermit means that you've been doing a lot of introspection, and you have now found within you the guidance that you need to move forward, and the actions that you are going to take. You have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So what I'm getting here is that you understand it's not all about your happiness. That your happiness is a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And it's absolutely valid. But I feel like you feel like there's more. So this, I'm not getting that this is unhappiness, right? It's not the direct opposite of happiness. It's you feeling like there is more to happiness than just self-happiness, if that makes sense. So, yeah, interesting that that's your current energy right now. So you're looking a little bit past, your own happiness, which is hard to do, because it's hard enough to get to a place of happiness in your life and to maintain it going forward. But, you're looking kind of outside of yourself, like 1 degree out, at the happiness of others, for example, and understanding that, happiness is not just about your happiness, it's about happiness on a grander scale. So that's kind of what I'm picking up from that current energy. In your future, you have the swords, but it's wands. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. So you are letting down these boundaries that you have put around yourself, or you will be, and letting people in is what I'm picking up. And the other thing too is that you are the victim's not quite the right term here, but it did pop into my head, so I have to honor that and say it. But really, the Nine of Wands in the upright position is about um, a warrior, who is battle scarred and who has been, you know, through a great war. He's come out the other end, and, he's created these boundaries to protect himself, and then also put boundaries up between himself and that past experience so that it can't come back and bite him in the ass. Honestly, that's just, it's coming out that way. um, but, you know, so in the reverse, what I'm picking up though is that you're no longer feeling that battle weariness, okay? And not just wary, W-A-R-Y, meaning, you know, you're suspicious and untrust, you just, you're suspicious of other people and you don't trust them. That could, coming through drama and battles, like, it could cause you like breakups and, you know, relationship issues, like friendships and family issues, and all of that could, really put you on the defensive, um, and cause you to create these boundaries. Well, I feel like you are breaking those boundaries down, or you are moving past that. You're coming out of that, and you're not feeling so battle wary. And then also weary, W-E-A-R-Y, right? Where you don't feel as tired anymore. You're certainly not interested in jumping back into battles or anything like that, but you don't feel worn out. You feel more like you've done the healing that you needed to do. You are at a point where you feel better, and like you can bring a better version of yourself forward, to meet whatever might be coming towards you, like this Prince of Swords. So you can feel like you're in a calm place, a strong and calm place, to be able to address any situation that comes towards you. All right, let us ask for one more piece of, or like a final word of advice from the Spirit Animal Oracle, just to find out a little bit more information about this. Well, not information about the situation, but just some guidance on moving forward in this situation. I really love these readings because they're about all sorts. They're more holistic, right? They're about like who's in your life, what's happening, talks a little bit about your past, talks a little bit about someone that you love, what it takes, where it's sort of, where it's like taking a temperature, it's just like checking in with the energy and seeing what's going on right now. This is awesome. All right. Ooh, you have two. Beautiful. Oh, and you've got the White Raven Spirit. Okay. White Raven Spirit is special. I'll tell you why in just a moment. But you got two birds, which is even more special. I love birds. Sorry, I'm a bird nerd. Anyway, you got Canary Spirit and you have White Raven Spirit. Canary Spirit says to sing your own song. So I really feel like, let's just put White Raven Spirit down for a moment. This is confirmation that you are coming out of the things that harmed you, in your past. You are leaving that baggage behind. You've pulled all of your baggage out, and you, like most of us during this time that we're going through right now, this pandemic, you've been through all of your stuff and you put the stuff in the Goodwill box that was no longer serving you. um, and you are moving forward, which is the essentials, knowing what it is that you know you care about, the things that you love, you know, the people that you love, um, knowing who you are, what's important to you, and that is you, you know, speaking and singing your own song, playing your own tune, following your own path, because that is ultimately what will lead you to a greater happiness, right? Beyond your own happiness, because honestly, like, it's hard um, for a person to be able to sing their own song and move forward if they didn't have that inner happiness. Um, so, yeah, now that you have that, you can move forward on to finding what's missing, right? Beyond that Nine of Cups, there is a Ten of Cups out there somewhere, and that is what you're looking for. That's what you're going for. All right, the other bird is the white raven spirit. Now, here we go with Game of Thrones again, right? Winter is coming. Yeah, well, that's not the situation. um, White raven spirit is special because they are white. And anytime you have a white bird, it speaks of the purity, the blessing that they received from, you know, spirit. And that's why it's, you know, you have canary spirit, but like, that's why it's white raven spirit, is because they have an innocence to them. They have a purity of soul, and they're, you know, they are a messenger. Like all of the animal spirit oracles are messengers, but ravens are, you know, fly um, quite high in the sky, and so they're, you know, special birds, especially for me, at least. But ravens are, you know, are said to, you know, be flying closer to heaven and able to hear the messages and to bring them back down. And with the white raven, that's even more of the case. So um, he, he, white raven spirit, he, she, them, it doesn't matter. It's not about gender. Says trust in the magic. So, you know, this journey that you are on right now, that you have been, you know, that you have already started. And I feel like, you know, you took a leap of faith here at some point in your recent past. You are in this love connection with another person, and you have come out of this hermit mode. And this, I feel like, is speaking really specifically about you and the work that you have been doing personally. And you are moving forward, and, you know, you're singing your own song, meaning you are dropping those boundaries, that baggage that has, you know, that probably caused you to go into hermit mode. And you're releasing that old jaded point of view. You are, you know, thinking more rationally, more clearly. You know, you have the King of Swords here and the Princess of Swords, and I feel like these, you know, these are very much partners. It's not the Queen of Swords yet, but I can see that happening. And then you having the strength to move forward, but just with a light and gentle touch. So beautiful. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for joining me. This has been a beautiful reading. I enjoyed it immensely. I hope it resonated with you. And I hope to see you again next week when we focus on something a little bit different. And otherwise, I am going to wish you light and love and a good night.